Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your love reading for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is kind of a freestyle love reading, messages from your person, all wrapped into one. We'll see what's going on in the current energy or future energy for a connection that you're dealing with. Actually, we could be talking about a past, present, or future connection. So we'll just read whatever comes out. We'll get the overall energy for the person on your mind. Please keep in mind that the reading can be for you if you are a Virgo watching for someone you're dealing with, or you could be cross-watching because you're dealing with the Virgo placement and the messages could be for you instead of the Virgo. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see what's going on for Virgo, please. We have the Five of Swords. In this deck, it's called Win or Lose. Could you be getting into little arguments, petty fights? I always feel like the energy of the Five of Swords is very petty. Not really arguing about nothing. Nobody's really winning the argument, but we're arguing for the sake of arguing. That could be the energy that you're dealing with. That could be the energy of your person. That could be starting arguments for no reason. And I believe currently Mars is in Gemini. So with Mars being the very aggressive energy and Gemini being the very witty, talkative, communication type of energy, I can see petty arguments happening at this time. So it could just be an influence of the energy, of the cosmic energy that affects us. We also have Teach at the bottom of the deck. This is Taurus energy. It's the Hierophant card. It's about spiritual learning, spiritual connection, spiritual higher up, spiritual authority, or authority in general. So this person could be actually teaching you a spiritual lesson at this time. You may be arguing and then going periods of time not communicating, like in solid mode here with the Four of Swords. But it's like a lesson for you to learn or for them to learn. So it's with purpose. We'll clarify this energy using the Twin Flame Journey Oracle card. Doesn't necessarily mean we're tapping into a twin flame connection. But we could be. I have a angel number book by Mystic Michaela. And I'm just noticing that it's 5-5 here on these cards. So we're going to look up what that angel number can mean because maybe there's more information for you in there, Virgo. So let's see. 5-5 says change. Things will look different. When you ask for what you want, your angels deliver, and that time is on its way. You're being told that your intentions are being taken seriously. Lie in meditation with your hands over your root chakra, the base of the spine, and repeat this mantra: I'm ready for what is next. So definite changes happening in your connection. Maybe this is like the first time you guys have been in this, first time you've argued, first time you have disagreed on something, first time you've gone without talking because you're angry. But Spirit wants you to meditate. It's like shadows that need to be worked through. It's like fear of illusion because it's not a real issue that I'm feeling so far. It's just someone could be acting out due to fears or illusions, and they are connected with you to heal that, to learn that lesson, to heal that part of them. But I feel that someone could be on the brink of like, this is not something that I want to do or deal with, and choosing to walk away from it. Just getting that so far, but we'll see what the cards say. So far I'm seeing like a change in your connection. We have nostalgia. Yeah, it could be the first time that you really felt disconnect from this person. So you're reminiscing on a time when things were better, okay? And I feel that you or this person's planning to take action to get back on track. So bottom of the deck is release. Now, sometimes, okay, the lesson is that people are in our lives for a reason and a season, right? It doesn't have to be either or. I feel like in this case, it's both, actually. So it could just be, I'm also being told to say that it could just be that this is a season in your relationship. But I'm also being told that, first of all, there needs to be like transparent, honest communication here with this release and communication being underneath it. But also, the lesson could be, right, that I'm getting a lot. And this is kind of why I wanted to take a break from the readings, because it's like a lot happening. The energies are very intense, yet again, and it feels like just a lot is happening right now. So I'm going to go with only a couple of scenarios that's coming through. One could be that somebody needs to just like let it all out. Say what's on your mind instead of picking fights for no reason, because something is going on and it's deeper than what we're talking about. You know what I mean? We're arguing about who left the cap off the toothpaste when really you're mad for another reason. Okay? That's a lot going on outside. I'm also getting that somebody's lesson is to learn that they can't just treat people like this, right? So we're arguing, right? You're being real mean and calling me names because of a cap being left off the toothpaste, but you don't want to address what the real issue is. That's not something that I'm willing to accept or allow in my life. So I'm going to have to let this connection go. And I see someone honestly communicating that. And the lesson is in the loss. Because I feel like I'm channeling for two groups of people. It's like a group is going to actually communicate, work through their issues, and advance with this person. Or there's a group that's going to be like, I'm good off this, and the connection is just over and done with. Someone is very willing to walk away when they feel that they're being mistreated or treated unfairly, and I feel like that's what's happening here. All right. So let's get some more messages for you, Virgo. I guess because this Hierophant card is out here, I keep wanting to say Taurus. So some of you really could be dealing with a Taurus. Could have Taurus placements. Race card. Reckless, impulsive, immature, and wild. Lurking in the shadows. See, what lurking in the shadows sometimes can mean that someone's like stalking you or like watching you. You don't even know it. But I don't really strongly feel that for this reading so far. I'm feeling like the shadows being the darkness, the opposite of the light, right? Where those things lay that need to be healed. And I saw that with the Moon card in this deck. Someone could have control issues. You could be dealing with a Leo, could be dealing with a Pisces. Someone could have control issues that stem from like father issues, mother issues, childhood. Sibling issues. Like, it's just a energy of authority, and this person doesn't want to feel like, you know, maybe you communicated, and people have their little things that irritate them. So maybe you communicated in the relationship that I really don't like for people to, I think it's so inconsiderate for people to leave the cap off of the toothpaste. And your person's like, bro, that's nothing. Like, that's not a big deal. Don't make that an issue. Like, I'm not going to be told that I have to put the cap on the toothpaste. So instead of like it being like, oh, okay, babe, that's like a weird thing to be OCD about, but I got you. I will be considerate enough to put the cap on the toothpaste and letting that be what it is. This person's like, no, my mom used to tell me to put the cap on the toothpaste, and I'm not going to let you tell me to put the cap on the toothpaste. So they're either saying that and it's irritating, right? Or they're not saying it and they're just acting out. But that's like where the issue stems from. So anyway, okay, I hope that made sense. It feels like someone's needing to heal. Four of Swords is about healing too. But needing to heal and heal their shadow. Because that's like a shadow thing. That's like an ego thing, a pride thing. You know what I mean? We have this soul bond is sacred, and I love this card. It actually comes out quite a bit though, because I think that the energies of the collective are elevated enough for us to be attracting people into our lives that are with purpose, right? So whether it's an easy lesson, hard lesson, good or bad lesson, however you view it, um, you're connecting with people who are meaningful to your soul's growth, which is good, in my opinion. We also have locked door, impenetrable blockage, closed off, somebody not wanting to open up. And that was kind of the energy, because I always shuffle these cards before the readings, and in the pre-shuffle, I guess we can call it that, it's it was like an open up type of energy. Or somebody needs to just say it. Now, someone's immature. They did not, they missed a step in the growth process. They're like still, you know, because that, whatever that is, that stems from like back in the day, childhood, it hasn't been healed. So they still tap into that really childish, immature energy. And it can be reckless. It's, you know, and they could argue, I'm talking about like for no reason. Literally, you're having a good day, everything's fine, and they just turn. And those type of people scare me. But for you, I feel like it's a lesson, a sacred, a soul lesson. So this person could be a soulmate. Definitely brought into your life for a spiritual reason. Soul mirror, exposing and revealing all. I feel that um, I don't know, soul mirroring makes me think of the twin flame dynamic. Um, so for some of you, this could be your twin and you know that already. And this is coming up. It's exposing things, which is what the twin connection is supposed to do. It's supposed to bring things to the surface so you can heal it and address it. So this is one of those things. Like, we're arguing. I'm going to stick to my little scenario about the toothpaste. We're arguing about the toothpaste. That ain't the real issue. You and this person work together. Some type of action is taken. For some, maybe even an ultimatum. And this person can address it because it's been brought up by the cap on the toothpaste argument. So we have not your typical love story, and underneath that, enlightenment. Let's go ahead and clarify. I'm going to use this deck. I don't use it very, very often, but I don't know. I felt like I should. So let's clarify the race card energy, which I feel like we already kind of know what that's about, but let's clarify it. For some of you, if you're the Virgo and you're dealing with a Taurus, definitely. Okay, we have the Five of Wands and the Knight of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You or they could have these placements, and Five of Wands. So you go from Five of Swords, which is already a, you know, they got that mouth, so they will like trigger you verbally. Five of Wands, I don't know. They might appear, I feel it's very aggressive. To me, it's like aggressive and then times two. Okay, so the Five of Wands is more aggressive. Like, they may threaten you, they may threaten to put their hands on you, which we're not taking none of that. But it feels like a lot of arguments just for nothing. And no card, in my opinion, in the whole tarot deck can describe this race card energy better than the Knight of Swords. Like, what are we talking about? Impulsive, immature, reckless, wild. Yeah. So this Five of Wands in this deck really reminds me of my son, because he's a gamer. And he's an Aries, and he gets so mad about the game. Like, it's something to see. Okay, so it's making, that card just makes me think of him. So some of you could be dealing with an Aries. We did say something about Mars and Aries and Gemini. This Gemini, Mars and Gemini. And Mars, of course, is ruled, or Aries is ruled by Mars. So, and this is like the Gemini card too, Knight of Swords. So very Aries, Gemini energy right here. So you could be dealing with those signs or have those placements. So it's just really clarifying that this person is really just like trigger happy. I know Geminis will argue. We'll argue for no reason for sure. So, yeah. Kind of just like you get the other twin right now. So I know you wasn't expecting that. We were having a good day, but now the other twin is out. That type of energy. Especially if you're dealing with a Gemini, okay? You may have seen that. Underneath the deck, before I started shuffling again, we had the Hierophant again. So Taurus energy again, but 555, you could be seeing that. It's just signifying some major changes happening within this connection. Lurking in the shadows is clarified by the Two of Pentacles. Someone really wants to say what's really on their mind. You know, they're of course being guided to do so, but I don't know. They're like, should I not? They could even be being like aggressive at work. You see in this image, like, I guess he's a chef and he's cooking, and he probably has a plate that's ready. It looks like dessert to me. So let's say the dessert is late going out to the table. He's already making his next meal. Or, and this is significant because it's coming through, someone could be a chef, or someone can have a job like that. They work at a restaurant in a kitchen or something like that. They're a waitress, something like that. And you need things to flow, and things are not flowing. So when we translate that over to love, it's like in spirituality, like this needs to be taken care of, but we're not taking care of it. Like, should I not? But that's the Two of Pentacles energy. It's kind of like juggling. Maybe this person is really focused on work instead of wanting to give what they need to give to the relationship. I hope I'm not going too long on this reading. I feel like I'm talking a lot. Four of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, lurking in the shadows, holding back. I feel like this person too, you could be dealing with someone like younger than you, and their stability and their finances mean a lot to them. And so a relationship, it feels like to this person, it's almost like secondary. But they want to give their all to it, and they're frustrated because they don't know how to comfortably divide themselves between love and business. The soul bond is sacred. We have the Ten of Cups. This is something that could lead to marriage, to something long term. Ten of Cups is the happily ever after card. It is the dancing in our wedding card. So I feel that for some of you, this is definitely going to head in that direction. Some of you are meant to teach this person how to grow up. We could be talking about a same-sex couple here, or not. But Six of Wands, you know, like, and I'm talking about a really nice, really beautiful wedding. Okay, people are there, people know about it. It's an event. It's like really a dream come true, because it's like, if you've been dreaming of a specific type of aesthetic for your wedding, this is the person you're gonna have it with. That's very beautiful. I'm here for it. So what is this locked door energy? Seven of Pentacles. I feel like this person was raised a certain way. Maybe they were raised by really strict parents, or parents who really focused on 3D achievements. That meant a lot to them. So this person's like, I can't fail at work trying to be in love. Like, I have to. They raised them to be kind of closed off to love. This probably was not a very loving home they came from. Like, there was no hugs and kisses. So this person puts value in different things, where maybe you grew up in a household, or you've just, I feel like, is somebody knocking? I'm so sorry. It feels like a very closed off household. So maybe you were in a very loving household, or you've loved yourself long enough to know how you want to be loved and how that's supposed to feel. So that's what you demand. And this person's just not used to that. They're like, what? I'm supposed to do what? I'm supposed to talk about my feelings? No. You know, I feel that this person, I've never gotten this off this energy, but this person kind of like, they lived in a silent household, or they had issues behind closed doors in their household growing up that they probably don't even talk about. It's a sad situation. Maybe they were neglected as a child or something like that. Um, it makes them angry to think about. And it makes them feel challenged to like go against that in any way. So we have the Three of Swords here. Don't even want to talk about what broke their heart a long time ago, and they've been like burying it for a long time. Maybe you're triggering them to release that, you know? We have the release card here. I'm hearing an argument, and like I'm hearing it, and it's distracting me because I don't know if it's happening outside or if I'm just picking up on somebody else's household that I'm channeling. But it's an argument. It's in my right ear. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Moving on. Soul mirroring, the Chariot card. That's Cancer energy, so you could be dealing with a Cancer placement. Let's see. Soul mirroring, exposing and revealing all. Yeah, that's positive for movement, though. That's an achievement and accomplishment. Like, yeah, for some of you, again, it's going to lead to this happily ever after type energy. You just probably need a little bit of space, or this person like needs a little bit of space. They are a little too, I don't know, just impulsive, reckless, like the card said. I guess it's the best way. But I feel that you will dominate their thoughts if they try to like walk away from this connection or something. I also feel like they daydream and fantasize about you a lot, and you them, but it's mirroring. Like, how you feel about this person, they feel the same way about you. And because of that, I feel like forward movement can happen here. Probably not in the way you expected, but definitely could happen. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We're talking about the ending of a heavy cycle. We got 9 Wands. We need one more end of the cycle. That makes 10, right? So changes happen, of course, at the 5 mark, at the 10 mark. The 10 is more so like permanent changes or more long-lasting, like endings and beginnings, right? The 5 is like right in the middle. Like, things have to change for us to get there. So for some of you, that's where you are. For others of you, spiritually, like on your spiritual journey, you're closing out a cycle, and it's been a long one and a hard one. Those of you that are single could be going into relationships. Those that were in bad relationships could be becoming single. Some people could be taking their relationships to the next level. But it's going to be very important to let your guard down and all that stuff. So I'm excited to get messages from this person. Let's see what's going on. I'll never get over you. This is someone who will carry on the energy that you leave them with for, you know, the rest of their lives, really. Because it says, I'll never get over you. For some of you, this is someone from your past. Well, the nostalgia card is here, so yes. It could be someone from your past, but it really kind of sort of felt like something you were dealing with. Like, yeah, they're from your past because you haven't been speaking to them. But it feels kind of current for most of you. You have the key to my heart. This person says you have the key to my heart. I don't want to lose you. So someone definitely does not want this relationship to end. So when it gets to that point where you're like, you know what? I don't like your attitude. I'm leaving. I don't want to do this anymore. They're like, hold on, wait. Let's talk about it. Let's fix things. They don't want to lose you. I know that things will work out in the end. So someone who already lost you, they feel like eventually you guys will, in their mind, they're like, eventually we will reconcile. Nobody compares to you. I'm aware of how much I hurt you. I miss you in every way. For those of you who were talking about a past person, because at the beginning of the reading I said, in the introduction, I always try to say we could be talking about a past, present, or future connection. For some of you, I'm describing like the arguments and all that stuff. Like I can hear the arguments and everything. That happened already in your past with this person. For some of you, you could have been married to this person as well. And you let it go. It's over. It's done. If you were married and you were in a situation with them, I'm seeing that you were the household where it was not much love exchange. Maybe there was a lot of argument, and maybe like somebody like really focused on music, was a songwriter, or like listened to music to kind of like drown out argument in that household. Like maybe your kids did this. Your ex-husband or wife or partner misses you, but they hurt you, and they know that they did. Like that's been brought to the surface. They may have been with other people, but they're like, nobody is like you. I had it all. I never meant to cause you any pain. We have Sagittarius placement here. You or them. You will hear from me soon. This person is going to reach out or contact you in some way. I think the world of you. Let's get some situation cards, see what's going on in this person's life or energy currently. Please tell us about Virgo's person. Look, they want to reconcile, come together. It's a spiritual union, soul contract. Definitely soul contract here, where the lessons had to be learned. It was like inevitable. But I do see reconciliation. Like we have racing, running, and avoiding. They didn't want to face whatever these issues were at first. But look, nostalgia and recalling. Reminiscing, memories returning. Interlude, pause, timing factor. So it was an issue of maturity for some. Some people needed to grow up. Maybe when you guys connected and or were married, y'all were young, you know, and didn't know. That actually kind of came through in a channel message earlier when I was like sitting in the car picking up my son from school. I'm like, what? That ain't got nothing to do with me. But I guess maybe it has something to do with y'all. It was like an energy of we were young when we tried this the first time, and like I've grown, and so, or we've both grown, so let's give it another chance. That may be your story. To accept or reject, okay? Because I don't have any Virgo placements, but if I see it, I will reject that. So it's not for me. It was definitely a message for some of you. I'm going to repeat it. It was like an energy of like, it was a timing issue. Like we were not meant to be. For some, it was like we've been together. That was specifically the message that I heard. Like we've been together since our teenage years and we didn't have time to like get to know ourselves. We kind of like went into love or marriage in a we went into love and marriage directly from my parents' house. You know what I mean? We took their way of loving and relationship into our relationship that turned into marriage that didn't work out because we were not ourselves who we are now when we have had time apart and to grow. We were, you know, basically mirror images of what we've seen growing up. Now we've had time to become ourselves and let's give this another go. And this is one of those things where it's like, okay, y'all are married, y'all been divorced for X amount of years, months, whatever, and now you're gonna get married again. That don't happen too often, but that could be a story for some of you. Triggers, name, car, place. Someone could be easily triggered, yo, easily triggered. Because I'm getting the cap off the toothpaste imagery again. Like, that's really a horrible thing to argue about. I watched this show called Riverdale, and on one of the episodes, it was literally an argument about caps off, like leaving the cap off the toothpaste. And I think it was just kind of like, well, it's a weird show, but she like bashed his head in with a hammer because he left the cap off the toothpaste. And it was like such a small thing to murder your spouse over, right? So it's like easily triggered. I'm not seeing that, but I'm saying like that's the extreme somebody could be taking it to. Like, you did this one small thing and I like went off about it. Easily triggered is the point. So let's get some messages of love for you. Self-care. Clear your energy field. Focus on yourself before acting. Focus on yourself before acting. We have new love. A new love or recommitment to love is developing here and now. Your true love is already part of your life. Decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. Past life love. Your soul remembers this intense connection. For some of you, yes, of course, past life, yeah. But also past life as in, you know, 10, 25 years ago. And your soul is like reconnecting with this person. And it's like, you know, I miss you. I miss your smell. I miss the way your skin feel. Like all that. Okay. I feel like, well, okay, so we get to the point where I close out the readings with this deck, Black Hollywood Romance Stars, but I feel a little guilty because, you know, I took such a long break before I started doing these readings that I'm going to try to be getting out over the next couple of days. So I'm going to do some bonus cards. But, clarity. Someone finally sees the answer that was always right in front of their eyes. The vision is clear, therefore what is to come shall be clear too. So someone's going to make their intentions very clear. I mean, for some of you, you've been in this person's life before or for a very long time, 5 years plus or something like that. And maybe they were just never available emotionally or whatever to give you the relationship that you kind of always knew you deserved or you wanted. We have Magnetic Souls, which I kind of consider the twin flame card in this deck, so that may resonate for some. Your sacred souls are instantly drawn towards each other. So that's the second time in this reading we've seen that it was a sacred soul bond type of thing. Let me get some more cards for you. I'll just get 3 of these, one of the other ones, and that'll be the end of your reading, Virgo. soulmate. Okay, we have obstacles and union. Bottom of the deck, past love. In the past, past lovers. So that's clarified. And we have soulmate, great connection, relationship. Oh, that's cute. Obstacles, blocks, pathways, delays, and union. Serious relationship, marriage, and partnership. Oh, look. Past love fell down, and right underneath it is true love. True love, honest connection. Oh, your reading's so nice, Virgo. What type of love does Spirit want you to focus on right now to close out your reading? What does Spirit have to say about love and your love life at this current time? Probably something about self-care, because that came through. But no, it's card number 48. It says to demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. I'm actually going to read from the book, and that'll be the end of the reading. Let me see. Where did I put the book? Dang, that's crazy. I can't find the book. All right, got it. I had put it somewhere and I couldn't remember where. Tight squeeze on there. All right. So, card number 48. Demonstrate love. It says, people often give clues about what is important to them. You can show your affection for someone by listening when they have a lot to say, going for a walk with them, helping with chores, or planning a vacation together. Paying attention to what others are telling you can help you understand how to love them better. Create time for someone in your life no matter what you have in your schedule. Make finding moments for those you love a priority. Those who love you understand you're busy, so when you change your day for someone, it does not go unnoticed. Whew. There are so many ways to show someone you're thinking of them. Send flowers, an email, text, or make a phone call. Preparing a favorite meal for someone or running an errand to alleviate stress are simple ways of showing your love. An angel adorned with flowers has scenes of kindness and love depicted in her wings. This is a gentle reminder of the ways you can show love to those around you. The angel has a hibiscus flower in her hair. It is time for a clear demonstration of happiness and delight. Sometimes you need to do a little bit more to express love to those around you. So that is what Spirit wants you to know about your love life. I hope that this reading has been helpful to you in some way or insightful. If you're interested in a $5.55 messages from your person card pool, I'm offering that. The information's in the description box, and we'll be pulling messages like this for you. Okay? That's all, Virgo. Take care.